respect that.
Okay.
Very respectable. All right, you ready to knock into this guy?
Yeah, shit. I guess so. Can I cuss on your podcast?
Fuck yes, you can. Send it. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I feel like
I
I
actually
should.
encourage it. Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Jameson on the Rocks podcast. Today I have with me Miss Aspen. How have you been?
I've been super well.
That's so great. I love to hear that. We're old classmates and old friends. And I finally got some time to get her in on here.
Yeah.
She's been in West Virginia like every 2 days, so it's hard to tell, you know.
West Virginia.
Yeah, but how have you been? Well, how's things with the music? Get me started into this. How you been?
Right.
Yeah?
I've been well.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing music.
Seems like you played this weekend somewhere, didn't you?
Yeah, well,
I
it's
saw
been
that.
nice. Like, I don't know. I feel like all the music venues are still pretty not happening.
Pretty much, yes.
But like breweries and restaurants, which is kind of my main gig anyway, they've been open since the summer.
And you're doing fully acoustic, just right.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
really
cool.
used to the solo acoustic gig.
You're very lean, you know what I'm saying? Like you can do whatever you want when it's just you, you know. You have a band, you're kind of tied down.
Definitely, I have a lot of choices, a lot of freedom.
Yeah. And those gigs are like 3 or 4 hours, aren't they?
Yeah, the 3 to 4 restaurant gig. I know. I've kind of been doing them forever though.
Yeah, you're just used to it?
Yeah.
So you can just sing for 4 hours with no flex, like 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I mean, like there's like breaks in between
you get
and
15
like
minutes here and there,
especially
right?
the 4-hour gigs I try to do longer breaks.
Gotcha, yeah. Just to drag it out and everything, like stretch it out, get your money's worth
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah, exactly.
That's smart though.
But yeah, I think just like made a collection of songs that I like playing. I
Yeah.
just play those every time, work in
Love it.
some originals and
Do what you can.
Yeah,
Can't
it's a
beat
nice
that.
time.
That's great. You gotta play the covers, you know what I'm saying? You gotta play a few.
gotta play the
Gotta play a few,
covers.
yes.
Yeah, for the restaurant
Definitely.
thing, definitely have to.
Do they ever say anything to you about it, or do you just choose to?
No, I just choose
Choose to?
to.
That's
Yeah,
wise.
I think like for audience experience, it's
Definitely.
normally best to do the covers. And then if people are into it and I can
Yeah.
tell, then they're really receptive to originals. But I've kind of filtered through like what places have what type of audience
Gotcha,
and
yeah.
who cares and who doesn't.
Nice. Well, that's very smart. You're very you're on top of the game there. Then most
Thanks.
people don't even notice, I think. But let's see. Start me out with the origin story. Actually, hold on 1 second. Boom, we're back. Sorry. Okay. Origin story. How'd you get to doing this? It's been a couple years. I was looking at your catalog yesterday, and you've been putting out tunes for a minute now.
Yeah, man. And I feel like putting out tunes part is like the later part of the career. So
Okay.
I did musical theater a ton when I was like
Okay.
really little.
Very
So when I was in
cool.
like kindergarten, that was
Yeah?
the first thing that my parents kind of
That's early.
yeah, just like I
Jeez.
think I just showed interest at a really young age, and like my grandma did theater a lot growing
Gotcha.
up.
Okay.
So I really liked being on stage. Like that was clear to me at a really young age. I was like the kid on stage that would like correct other kids during the show. You know, you're supposed to like keep your body
Yeah.
facing the audience and like so there's
You're
just
like,
there's
"Hey, buddy."
videos of me like nudging kids to do the right thing. Just so funny now.
Nice.
But yeah, it was definitely a big theater kid
Okay.
growing up. And then when I was 9, my grandma tried to teach me piano.
Yeah,
I
how'd that go?
Completely hated it. Like completely hated it. I thought that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star was bullshit. I didn't
Yes.
want to learn my scales. Like,
Ode to joy.
yeah, I just thought it was terrible. My hands are so small. Like,
Yeah,
just
no
immediate
stretch.
frustration. But
Gotcha.
obviously, like, me being a 9-year-old girl, Taylor Swift
Didn't
was
help.
like Taylor
Yeah,
Swift was
okay.
the dream.
Gotcha, yeah,
Right, just
definitely.
because she was so young. I think that's like
Goat.
an immediate connection.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
total goat.
a fascination with her. She was really interesting back then.
Yeah.
Remember that?
So I think like I quit piano really early, wanted to learn guitar pretty immediately. I'm jealous of people that taught themselves guitar
Yeah.
because I've always been in lessons.
You took lessons? That's smart, though.
Yeah, like
It makes
right
it
off the
easier.
bat.
Makes it way
makes
easier.
it easier,
Yes,
yeah.
Definitely.
I've never been good at teaching myself instruments.
Anything?
Anything in general. Yeah, started taking guitar lessons.
And what age are we talking now? Guitar?
9
9?
still.
Oh,
like
jeez.
within that
You're early, man. Oh God, I was thinking 18. You're killing it.
No,
Keep
it's so
going.
funny too. Like, I think at the time I didn't think it was weird.
Yeah, it's
But
so
now
normal.
looking at videos,
That's pretty
I'm
damn
like,
early.
I was a child. I was an infant. Like, I was a baby.
You could barely put the shoes on, but you're strumming around.
I'm like learning how to tie my shoelaces and playing
You
guitar
could
at
play
the same
D, A, and
time.
G. Yep.
But like my first guitar lesson, when I walked in, she's like, what song do you want to learn? And that was such like an inspiring concept to me that I could like learn some chords, play whatever song I wanted to. So like first song on guitar within that first week was Teardrops on My Guitar by Taylor Swift.
Banger!
I felt like a total badass. I was like out here singing. But yeah, since I was so used to being on stage, and that was something that like I really craved, probably within like that next year, my dad has a lot of friends that play music, so I opened up for one of his friends at this like dive bar.
Okay, doing the acoustic thing, kind of like you
the
do now, right?
acoustic thing. So it's like little tiny infant me on a chair.
Somehow gotta do a bar.
But I don't know why they let me in. Actually, I think the reason they let me in is because my parents just packed out the place. Like all of my parents' friends came, just being really rowdy.
Let's go.
I played 3 songs. One of them was an original because I started writing really early on too. And that kind of kickstarted it. Yeah.
Is that quite the sensation, or do you remember being terrified or satisfied, or what are you thinking?
I think I almost get more nervous now than I did then.
Really?
I think I just
That's backwards, right?
I didn't know to be nervous.
Okay,
like,
nice. It's a learned thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah, like once you start messing up, then you're like, oh wait, I could mess up in front of a lot of people. But as a kid, you just think you can do anything.
Definitely.
Like you feel a little invincible.
For sure.
Yeah. So there was a layer of that, a layer of just being naive maybe, and just like, throwing
just
myself.
Not even knowing,
yeah. But yeah, that kickstarted. I didn't really stop playing after that.
So this is the first gig is age
like 9, 10.
9. Oh my goodness! And you're playing since then? Jeez, well you're a well-oiled machine at this point. Then. And when does the first song come out? When do we start putting music out?
Oh man, I think the big curve at that point was figuring out like. I mean, obviously the songs weren't good. Yeah. So there was a layer of my parents being like, let's wait a little while. Maybe you don't want to put your song Shine out on the internet.
Maybe they're not ready.
So I lived on my mom's Facebook page for a while.
Just posting videos and stuff? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. She would just like post videos of me playing. Yeah. My like elementary and middle school knew that I played music a good bit. Okay. But yeah, middle school was when I first started putting out music. I recorded... I mean, I did like a couple little recording things that never made it on the internet. Thank God.
It's not too late. We can drop them.
We don't need to drop them. Go back into the archives. Yes. Ah, fuck. But
long lost demos have recently surfaced. Just masterpieces.
Oh my God. It's just, they're just such a mess. I put out 3 songs, maybe like 7th grade.
Gotcha. Okay.
Under the name Aspen Countryman.
Gotcha. Okay. That was another question I had for you. Is what was your official name? I didn't know if it was Aspen Countryman or Aspen.
Yeah.
Is it Anonda?
Anonda. Okay, yeah. Well, so Countryman's my last name. Okay. So I went by that for a super long time. Yeah. So I did like those 3 songs. I did a song called Sweatshirt when I was a freshman in high school. Okay. That was still under Aspen Countryman, and then kind of found a producer upper high school that I really liked. So senior year of high school, started recording like a true EP. Like did the Kickstarter, was trying to figure out more of
you did a Kickstarter in high school?
Yeah. Jeez. Senior year of high school, I was like, I want to do like the professional EP.
Where are you getting all this information at, bro? I was just like hanging out in high school, just like drinking beers, thinking I was cool and shit. You know what I'm saying? That was it.
I was just obsessed with it. Like since I found it at such a young age, I didn't really do anything else. Yeah, like I
just hyper focused in on it.
Yeah, hyper focused. I think sometimes now in college, I'm like, man, I wonder if I am good at anything else because I haven't spent any time like
dedicated
trying
to
figure it out, Yeah. But ultimately, I think I'm definitely best at music. I mean, I'm so unathletic. I don't know what else I would do with my time.
Well, it's really a gift to have figured out that early, honestly. That's great. Yeah. That's really awesome, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's crazy. When I was... my brain's just like thinking of a million different things. But when I was...
Send it all.
I was in elementary school, it was like my chorus or like the music teacher at my school is kind of the one that came to my mom when I was in 4th grade and was like, hey, she's actually good at this. Like maybe take some focus. Yeah. And I was lucky to have really supportive parents.
That's always great.
That's been like the biggest thing. I don't think I would have necessarily started so intensely at such a young age if my parents didn't like support me and book
Yeah.
shows for me.
Allow you and like promote it or push it and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great. That helps so much.
Yeah, my
So
mom
much.
definitely became like my momager.
Yes, I
So-
have one now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've
Yeah,
still
yeah.
got one. Yes.
Yeah, my mom
It's
definitely
great.
still shares my email with
Shout
me.
out moms. Appreciate
Shout
you.
out to
Appreciate
moms
y'all.
for sure.
Yes. Love it.
Um,
And that kept you going into you released EP when?
Oh
That you
shit!
said you're working
right, yeah. So I found a producer that I liked senior year of high school. Did the Kickstarter to raise all the
on?
money.
Okay.
I didn't have a lot of, I don't know, like vision as to what I wanted the production to be. Because at that point, I'd never played with a full band.
Okay.
I was still very limited in the fact that I didn't know what instruments sounded like things.
Yeah,
I didn't know
gotcha.
what instruments sounded
Yeah,
like.
you just don't know until you know.
Yeah, and I
saying?
didn't spend a lot of time listening to other music and like breaking down why I liked how it sounded.
Yes. Okay.
You know, so the first EP is kind of a trial run.
Yeah.
And I think maybe I didn't need to spend as much money as I did on it. Like, I have very mixed feelings about the process, but
Yeah.
ultimately now, as of like this week, actually, this morning I was listening to the songs from the first EP and I was like, I think I actually do really like how they turned
Yeah.
out. Because for a while afterwards, I was like, none of that was my idea. You know, like it kind
Yeah.
of just like was so swept beneath
Yeah.
me and kind of just, I don't know,
Hindsight.
it happened without me.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I think it was a really great like learning period. And that's when I decided to switch to my middle name and I
Okay.
released the EP my freshman year, like the fall of my
Gotcha.
freshman year here.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that's good. It gets you to where you're going though. Those first songs, you don't even know
Oh,
who you
yeah.
are. You know what I mean? Like you're still like figuring out what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think
So,
like
yeah.
the first EP was just so produced.
Yeah.
And it was because we used like really great studio musicians and I had a
Okay.
producer that was interning with like a really great like producer of himself. Like he just had a very professional mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that's not your vibe now, you know.
yeah, not necessarily. I think it's been cooler to find just friends that
Yeah.
like play in bands and just being
Yeah.
able to like fuck around and figuring out
Yeah.
what sound I like by hanging out with friends and like having more input.
Yes,
So
that
that's-
feels more
yeah.
pure and like the people on like I've used like musicians online and shit and I don't like it as much, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know him. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And like when I was in high school, I didn't necessarily have. I was about to say many friends that played music. Any friends that played
didn't have
music.
any either.
I didn't
Yeah.
have any friends that played
Yeah.
music, so that wasn't totally an option. It's like one of my favorite parts of going to UGA is the fact
Yeah.
that I've found those people.
Yes, like welcome to the mecca of music kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like
A
people
small
that
mecca,
are
but-
a small mecca,
Yeah, a
but
tiny
of people
one.
that are like seriously pursuing a music career.
Exactly. And they're in the position to really do it. When you're
Yeah.
in high school, you're not. I didn't play in a single band or anything in high school. Like I didn't know anybody that played, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, it's just me.
I was like, shit, I'll just do it on my own then.
It's just
I was
me.
like the girl in my
Yeah.
high school
Love
that
it.
played music.
Love it. The
Like-
one. So wait, what is the name of this EP? I think
The first one.
What's it called?
The first one's
That's
called.
what it's called?
No.
I was about to say the first one's what it's called. Okay,
God,
sorry.
I wish that'd be kind of sick. It's called Inner Workings of My Soul.
Oh no, I like this one. What are you hating on this one for? Come on, I didn't know that was the first one.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
see, is it him on there? Am I
Yeah,
right? I like that
totally.
one. I was
Thank
listening to that one
you.
yesterday. I was like catching a vibe. That one, I wasn't like listening strong enough to really like process what you were saying, but like I was like, whoa, this is nice. Like a really
Yeah.
nice bouncy thing.
I have learned to love it again.
It's easy to like look back at that stuff and like your first stuff and be like, oh, I should have done this or that. But like eventually it's just gonna be like, yeah, that's exactly what I was right then. You know what I'm saying? So that's fine.
yeah.
Get used to it. Isn't a Devil in Disguise on there?
Totally.
Another banger. What are you hating on all these bangers for? Come
I'm
on.
sorry, I really didn't. I didn't set that up correctly.
What do
feel
you
like
mean?
I feel like I should have set it up being like these songs are fucking sick. However, and then I feel like I
However.
set that up in a very negative tone.
No, it's just a hindsight thing. I get what
Yeah,
you're saying. I feel you. No, I'm digging those. Yeah, I can see what you're saying though. They're a little more produced per se than like now.
Yeah,
Right?
Totally.
Nothing wrong with that. That's cool. I'm digging it. I love Devil. That's a cool one. It's got like a how would I describe it?
There's like a whole piano part in the beginning
Yeah.
that people are like, it partially needs to be on Disney, but then it like needs to be James Bond. Like that's what people have
Have
said.
they?
Because it has this big like
It's like
piano
poppy kind
build-up.
of.
Yeah,
A
it
little
gets
bit,
it gets
yeah.
pretty pop.
I like it though.
I like it too.
I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, and I don't know if you'll Well, you might like it. Do you know who Lennon Stella is? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my gosh.
You sound just like her
she's
sometimes.
like my favorite artist.
No shit.
So I really fucking appreciate
Dude,
that.
no shit. Like, there's some serious times where, like, you guys have that same, like, lisp thing, or not a lisp, but like you guys articulate things in a similar way.
Yeah, her tone is just so
Dude,
crazy.
she's fire. Yeah, I saw her on that show, Nashville. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I watched
yeah.
the shit out of that show, Nashville. It's an okay show, but I liked it. I watched the whole
liked
thing.
it a lot.
Yeah.
I kind of fell off. I watched a couple seasons, and then when it got kind of weird, I stopped watching.
Like
But
season 5 and on, it's just like too much. But the first one where everybody's just trying to make it, you know
my
what I'm saying?
God.
Like those are fire. And
Obsessed.
she's like this tall. But yeah, she's really broke out. I like everything she does. Pretty
I think
interesting.
she's such a badass.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Great songwriter.
Great voice. And her voice is always like so high in the mix because it's so strong. You know what I mean? It's like, wow. But
Yeah,
definitely.
I felt really inspired by her in the way that, like, I feel like she's really into all of the things that I'm into and is, like,
Such
branded
as?
herself in a way. Like astrology and, like, manifestation
I'm
and,
huge
like,
into that, all that.
yeah, like,
I
all
love
the
all that
hippie
stuff.
things.
Yes.
I feel like she's, like, worked it into her music in a cool way.
I never really noticed that about her. I like the song with the Chainsmokers, Takeaway. You know what I'm talking about? I like that one, dude. That's a banger. That's like a pop hit. I love that one.
Totally.
Yeah. What was I gonna say about it? Astrology? I saw you said the other day on your Instagram something about putting a song out on the moon cycle. And I was like, so it's not just me. I've been looking at that shit now. I believe that 100%.
Totally. My
Like-
mom got me this, like, new moon book.
Yeah, it tells you where the moons are, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it talks about, like, the power of making wishes whenever it's the new moon
Yeah.
and, like, what phase the moon is in and, like,
Yes.
what themes are, like, more powerful to, like,
No.
make wishes about. So
Yes.
I've gotten super into that.
I'm into this too. Like, it seems so far-fetched when you say it out loud, but like somebody, it's kind of like farming. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain when you're supposed to plant. You know, the Farmer's Almanac.
Yes.
Same fucking concept, but
I also
like
think-
music.
Like, if people can believe in religion,
Yes.
then why not believe in
The freaking
astrology?
moon. Yeah, and then another thing I read was, I guess our bodies are what 75% water.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
like the moon makes the tides and stuff flow, and then fucking we're 75% water. What? You know
No,
what I'm
you're
saying?
saying all the things that I believe.
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Mind blown right there, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
if space, like, controls so much, then why would it not affect
That's
us?
what I'm saying. Yeah,
I
it's
just like
crazy.
we're so small.
And
I
it's-
feel like humans are just like, we are all knowing and all powerful, and like, no, we're not.
No, just no. Have you ever seen Interstellar? You know what I'm saying? Come on. But
Seriously.
yeah. About the moon thing. So you try to release your songs on days when it's a good planting time or days when it's good. It'll usually tell you, right, in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, like today's a good day to release something, to start something new, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, so like the whole theme of a new moon is that it's like starting a new cycle. So it's
Yeah.
perfect for like planting seeds, like figuring out what you want for the month to come. That's why it's like a good day to make wishes.
Yes,
Like
gotcha.
actually like write down what you want for your future. So I'm recording, well, I guess it's recorded,
Yeah.
but I'm putting out an EP.
Let's
and kind of the
go.
plan for it was to drop each single on the new moon
Okay,
and then try to
very cool.
have like some other promotional something on the full moon.
Okay, so new moon and full moon are different things, correct? Mm-hmm. And new moon, it's like a smaller one, right? It's not full at all.
It's
right?
like when it's just not.
Okay, it's
You
not
just
there.
can't see it,
Okay,
yeah.
see, I didn't even know that. That's interesting. So, how far are they apart? Is it going to work like with your schedule?
Yeah, it's
You know what
kind
I'm
of
saying?
perfect. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about having to release music on Fridays. I kind of just threw that out the window
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for this
just
because I
sent
was like, I'm just gonna follow the stars,
Yeah,
I guess.
send it. No, if it feels right, do it.
But yeah, they're normally like a couple weeks apart. So like, I have a song coming out this Friday. Saturday is the new moon.
Okay.
So that's like the 13th, and then somewhere around like the 25th ish is the full moon. So it's just like a couple weeks
once every
apart.
2 months. Okay, that's interesting. See, I believe in stuff like that. Like I'm all about that. Like that's cool to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
been good.
exactly done it yet, but I've been aware of it.
Yeah.
I've been like looking at it, and then like one time I looked at it. It was on like a Tuesday or something. I was like, that ain't gonna work. I was like, damn, really need to get this guy out, but damn, so I had to skip it. But I am definitely interested in that kind of stuff. Another thing you said about writing stuff down. People don't understand the magic of writing shit down.
Dude.
True or false?
The people don't understand it?
Yes.
So true.
So true, man. Just like when you have something in your head and then you write it down, it turns from an idea to like an intention, you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So like I make a list and put it on the fridge and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw your to-do list out there.
Yes, you like that? You like
I
that?
totally love it. I think it's hard to like take action on things that are just existing in your brain. That's why, like, having conversations with people, it's like you can have one conversation about something that you're thinking, and then all of a sudden the universe is like, oh, you're actually serious about that.
Yeah.
And things kind of start happening.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing with writing shit down. It's like once you
Definitely.
write it down, the world's like, oh, you actually care about that.
Yeah, it's real.
And maybe you'll start
Yeah.
taking actions, and like things will lead to making that happen.
Definitely. Big believer in that.
Totally.
Love that. If you're watching, start writing shit down, man. I feel
Just
like
start writing shit
feel like
down.
a motivational speaker and some
Yeah.
shit, but I'm telling you, it's
such
good
a journaler.
stuff. Love it. Okay, sorry, I forgot where we were at with that. I got distracted.
No, it's good.
You were telling me about the
Covering
first
a
EP.
bunch of topics all
I
at
love it.
once.
No, let's keep sending it. We got plenty of time. We got 40 more minutes, I'm sure, left in the flash drive until we're out of space on the camera. But we'll send it till it goes out.
Yeah.
So tell me about where you go from there, because I know there's some singles between now and after that first EP, right? There's not another EP between here and there, is there?
Right.
So it's all singles from there.
Yeah, I got through high school, and I think, I guess I'll come back to, like, the releasing music aspect of it. I think a lot of high school was playing shows every single weekend.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, so, like, after doing that first show at 9, my mom started looking for, like, more open mics, more, like, 30-minute festivals, like, anything that could possibly book me. And I did those a good bit.
That's awesome.
And then when I was 14, I had someone ask me, like, oh, how much does she charge?
Yeah.
And we were like, charge for what?
What
like,
do you mean?
he's like, to play. And we were like,
Yeah.
I can fucking make music. I can make money playing music. Like, that was such a crazy concept.
Still is.
Still is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all musicians deserve to get paid. But,
Yeah.
like, wow, at 14, I wasn't prepared.
Definitely.
So, yeah, after that, I started playing at, like, a lot of local restaurants. And that's kind of when I got into the 3-hour gig.
Gotcha.
I feel like by 14, I was able to play guitar long enough to do the 3-hour gig.
Yeah.
Before that, I just hurt my hand too much.
Really?
And my mom said that she would stop using my age when contacting places. So, like, she'd reach out to restaurants to have me play because they have live music. And say, like, my 14-year-old daughter wants to come play at your restaurant, they just wouldn't respond. And then they would see me playing somewhere and be like, she has to come play. So my mom's like, okay, we'll just get rid of the age part.
We just won't mention it.
Because I just sound like a child.
Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, so all of high school was really, like, 2 to 3 shows every single weekend.
Wow, that is impressive.
Yeah, it's been, like, a weird balance. I've definitely never resented the amount that I play, but there was, like, a bit of a layer of, like, I'm kind of missing these, like,
Weekends.
parties and, like,
Yeah,
weekends and, like, seeing friends. Like, I've definitely been, like, relatively absent, I think, from people's lives more than I would like to be, which is something I'm, like, kind of trying to figure out now. Yeah. I think ultimately it's been worth it because it just gives me so much purpose.
Definitely. You're chasing something real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you're not just like shitting off on the weekend or something. You're doing
right,
something.
exactly. Yeah. And like making money was just so sick in high school. Like,
I bet, yeah.
You can just make good money playing the restaurant
really?
gig thing.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
So did that and then did the EP coming to college. Felt relatively defeated freshman year just because it's like
freshman year.
That
was enough, right?
It's just because it's fuck. It's so hard and like it just took me probably that entire first year to figure out like the venues to play at and then not just like the college bands but people that were like pursuing music.
Gotcha.
Like there was all of freshman year was really trial and error of figuring out like who was actually here to pursue music.
Yeah, gotcha. Find your
and
clique,
UGA is
right?
the only place that I applied.
Yeah.
So it was either like come for the music business program or just pursue music full time.
Gotcha. Love that. Back against the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. That was cool though. I mean, I really wanted to come to UGA my whole life too, just for the music thing. Yeah. You know, it's just Athens, you know what I'm saying? You hear stuff about it when you're a kid.
No, it's
There's like
just
this
so
aura around
sick.
it. Yeah, definitely. So that's awesome. So you come to school and you get into MBUS when?
Yeah, so sophomore year.
Sophomore? Okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty
applied
early.
to MBUS.
Yeah.
I didn't end up doing the like main courses junior year because they like conflicted with my advertising classes.
Gotcha.
So I'm currently in the like the David Barbie
Yeah,
courses,
sweet.
41
Okay.
and
Well, that's
5100.
kind of a bummer, though. I wish
I
you weren't.
know.
You had the perfect chance and you missed it the last year.
I know, yeah. Last year would have been like getting the internship. Like we don't really have
Yeah.
that option anymore.
Such a bummer. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry. That's
it's okay.
terrible.
It was cool. Like I got to do like so many of the elective classes.
Yeah.
So like live music recording and like production
awesome.
and yeah.
Shout out, what up with it?
Like everything that was kind of really important to have in person, like when shows were happening.
Yeah.
There was still an element of like being able to do those classes when
that's good.
Everything was still alive.
I kind of assumed that you were already done with demos. No. Okay. I had it backwards then. Well, yeah, we still got a few in there. You know what I'm saying? We got the most of them. Yeah,
we
right
still got some good ones in there.
Yeah, live music was a great one. That was a fun one.
Oh my gosh.
I enjoyed that one a lot.
So cool.
Yes.
I felt like a total badass, like sitting on the Georgia Theater stage.
Yeah, let's
to the
go.
side, like recording everyone. I was like,
up,
I'm
losers?
important. yeah.
Losers in the crowd. What's up? No, that is cool.
So, yeah.
That was such a fun class. I enjoyed that one. And then, so you're graduating from MBUS this semester, correct?
Yeah,
and college.
And from college.
Wow, that's crazy. Me too. I don't like it.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know. What are you gonna do? You have any plans of, I assume, going full time with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna play
go
like the same circuit you're doing, or expand, go on tours? What do you think?
I mean, obviously expanding would be awesome. I think for a while, my answer of like, what are you doing after you graduate, was like really hesitant. Like I had an answer, but I knew that it wasn't the answer that like gets a very positive feedback or response.
What was the answer?
I would just really hesitantly be like, oh, well, to save money, I'll probably like move back in with my parents and then try to like travel a bit, to like Nashville and LA and like figure it out. Like I just say it really like nervously.
Like I don't know, pretty much.
Right, like I don't know,
gotcha.
but like that's the answer. Like I'm gonna move home. I'm gonna save all of my money. I just have a really good family dynamic, so I know that I'll be pretty happy still being at home.
Love it.
And then like playing the shows, and I think I just love being busy. Like I love being really busy. So I think once all of my classes are gone and I just have a lot of time on my hands, I'm first going to go crazy. And then I'm going to have to like put some shit in motion.
Book some shit.
Yeah. Book some shit. Like I need to start co-writing. I need to, there's so many things that I want to do.
Any desires to go to other cities and do it? Like Nashville?
I think I'll go to Nashville. Yeah. I don't think I will move to Nashville.
Yeah, definitely. I've considered it.
I have so many mixed feelings about all of the things.
The things that happen there.
I don't think that Nashville is for me, but I also haven't gone enough to really know that.
Gotcha.
So I think that's like part of the game plan is to start visiting more, try to play some shows there, try to do some co-writing stuff.
Little spots, I'm sure you can find a circuit to hit, you know what I mean? Just keep hitting it and like surely your reach will get bigger, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean like one show at a time.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love that. That's a good saying right there. One show at a time. That's it. That's all that matters.
One day at a time. I feel like for a while since I did start so young, I was like frustrated with how slow growth can be. And I was like, I just thought I was gonna pop off at like 16. Like I thought I was gonna like
one single and that
put
was
out
gonna be
I thought I was gonna like put out the first EP and then like, oh no, what if I don't get to finish college? Like what if I just blow up?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Ambition. I love it.
No, I really did think it. And I found myself getting frustrated. And one thing that I've come to terms with in like the last few months is the fact that like I think if anything big had happened previously, I don't think I would have had like a strong enough sense of self to like really be able to handle it.
I think
I think I didn't really know who I was until like 2020.
Exactly. Yes.
Basically, and I think that like a label could have pushed me around to be whatever they wanted me to be and I would have just been grateful. Whereas like now I really know what I want and I know what I want it to look like and I just have so much more control where I feel like I could handle more growth.
That's a very wise little aspect, or what would you call that? Outlook. I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Taylor Swift thing. Like she was too young. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so
way too young.
Justin Bieber and all them guys. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't want to be swept away.
Yeah, and they really like I could see it being easy to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Because when you first start putting out music, you're like, man, if I just get enough people to listen to this thing, this guy's hitting the charts, and I'm out of here. I'm out of this town. You know what I mean? That's not usually how it works, but for some people, maybe.
For some people.
Yeah, some people. How about speaking of? Do you know Meg Maroney?
Yes.
How about her song charting?
Popping off.
Look at you go, Meg. Good for you.
I know. Good for
you.
Meg.
If you see this, what's up, Meg?
Hell
She's
yeah.
such a nice lady. Good for you.
Seriously.
Good for you. That's awesome. But
I love watching any UGA grad.
Me
just,
too.
Like,
yeah.
Be successful.
Yeah, I'm just like, you go, Queen. Take off. You do that thing. Yeah, I love to see it. Forgot where I was going with this. Okay. So you're just gonna keep playing shows. Is it the shows or is it making the music? Which is your thing, or both? So
my comfort level is playing the shows, but that's like playing the solo shows. So really my out of my comfort zone is like the recording, which I'm getting better with, especially with like creating this most recent EP that'll be coming out. Like that has really upped my confidence. And then I've only done like 2 full band shows.
Really? I didn't know you've done any.
Yeah.
How did you like it?
Just the 2. It's fucking awesome.
It's
like,
awesome, isn't it? Yes.
I find a band really frustrating just because I'm like a really independent person, and I find it frustrating when I can't do everything at once. Like, I don't like outsourcing. Like, I don't like asking for help. So, like, that was something I had to get over for production. I'm like, okay, well, if you're not going to teach yourself how to do production, then, like, you'll have to ask for help. And then doing that, I'm like, okay. And then, I played the 40 watt in 2019, fall of 2019, maybe like October, November.
I feel like I heard about this. Did you open for somebody?
Yes, it was me, Hotel Fiction, and Brendan Abernathy.
Okay, yes, I did hear about this. I couldn't make it that night. That was a great lineup. Jeez.
Yeah,
AF.
It was amazing.
Yes, that's a good one.
And I like being on that stage. That was my first time doing a full band show.
At 40 watt. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I don't know. I felt electric.
Yeah?
You know, like I did a couple songs without playing guitar, which is out of my comfort zone, but just being able to like move on stage and hear my songs in a new way. And like all the players were just so fucking good.
That's
so
awesome.
I had like Sam Groveman.
Goat. What's up, Sam?
Yeah, he's
Dude,
like my number one drummer.
Yes, goat.
So he played, like Kelly from AFTM played. We had Jeffrey Vernon playing.
Jeffrey, goat as well.
Jacob Salvaggi on the saxophone.
I don't know Jacob.
Just, oh my gosh,
I'm
he's
just gonna trust
such
you on
a
this one.
killer saxophone player.
Is he the guy that's playing on, is it Travel Therapy? Or
Yeah,
okay,
totally.
there's a very tasteful, I think verse 2 or something maybe?
Yeah,
very
just
tasteful
sneaks
saxophone
it
in there. Yes, it's very nice. I like it.
Yes, that was just a badass show and really made me like realize the potential.
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
made me
awesome.
think bigger picture.
So you're thinking like you're gonna get a band one day, or you'd like to?
Shit, it's just hard, right? Like
it is hard.
having a how do I like musicians always have several projects happening at once. Like a lot of musicians play in several bands, and it makes me nervous not having like my band.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily know how to find like my band, right? Like if I'm not playing full band shows every weekend, I can't expect that from people.
Definitely. That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll figure it out though.
Definitely.
I feel like you would do really great with a full band. Like you could play theater and everything after a while. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, it's like the dream.
It'd be great, wouldn't it? I mean, I'm sure. I mean, if you played a few of them, I'm sure you'd be fine. It's so much fun. So great. I mean, playing alone is great too, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm talking about. I don't have to say it.
No, it just takes it to a new level. And I think I underestimated like how dedicated like a band would be.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so I think like after playing that show and like playing another show with like different players and just having people be like, no, seriously, if you want to do a full band show, like, and I can make it, I want to play your music.
That's
like
awesome.
having people really believe in the style of music that I'm making. I think I underestimated that.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, here's your heads up. Anybody listening, she's looking for bass, drums, and guitars.
Yeah,
Keep your eyes
I'm looking
peeled.
for the go-to players.
I was going to say something off that. What did you say last? Oh, you said style. That was a good question. I always try to ask this. What is your genre/style?
Yeah, right.
I would guess it, but I don't want to pigeonhole you. I want to hear what you say first.
Well, I play acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
So I think I'm really gravitated towards acoustic music, like as a fundamental.
Definitely.
So like starting out, I really like Jason Mraz. So he's just like really rhythmic.
Yeah.
All of his music is like really happy. It's just,
definitely.
yeah, just really nice. But yeah, I also like really pop icons like Lennon Stella and Julia Michaels. Really inspired by like the jazzy 7 chords.
Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't have guessed that. That's cool.
I like elements of jazz, a little bit of pop, but still keeping it acoustic and still keeping it like kind of raw.
So do you have a blend for all that? Like when somebody asks you, or do you just explain all that?
Just like indie pop, I guess.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't have said that. When I was thinking about it, I almost threw folk in there. You have a little folky kind of to you, right? Wouldn't you say?
Totally.
Okay, I would have said, it would have been easy. I'd have said acoustic pop folk or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
there's a little bit of pop in there too now. Like, you got great songwriting and everything, but like you still have the singer-songwriter thing going too.
Oh,
You know what
very
I'm saying?
singer-songwriter.
Right?
Yeah,
But, yeah, I don't really like to say singer-songwriter, do you? There's like a weird thing about it.
Right. I liked it for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it's like people think that you can like only play solo and like in
Yeah.
a cafe.
Yeah, at a coffee shop.
Right. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's so much bigger than that.
It is way
So-
bigger than that. Yeah, I don't really like to, like, it's too pigeonholed, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even a genre. Well, I guess it is, but you know what I'm saying?
But I feel like I resonate with singer-songwriter
could
on a
see it.
personal level a lot.
Definitely, I think Success was probably the first one I listened to you by you. I was like, wow, that was like a really great story all the way around. So great second
Thanks.
verse, great, maybe, I guess it's a bridge at the end or something, but like when it all comes together. At
Yeah.
The end, what would that be? I guess a bridge?
Yeah, I don't know.
Something. But I was like, yes, that was a great story. Very
Yeah.
nice. I love that one. I think that's one of your best ones yet, for sure.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
think songwriting is my
True passion?
strength. Yeah,
Yes,
my
I love
passion
that.
for sure.
I think it all starts there, man. It all starts there. I mean, everything else is a plus, but like you gotta have the songs.
Gotta have the songs.
Gotta have the songs. That's a great one. I like how when it starts, you can hear the it's like you know what I'm talking like tape hum. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
yes.
Like in your left ear, or maybe it's your right ear. But there's another one too. Maybe it's travel therapy. It might not be. But there's another one where it does the same thing. Like it's just the tape hum or whatever, you know, like whatever like your mic preamp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like gain. You know what I'm talking about?
Just like sound.
Yeah, but I like it though because it's cool.
Yeah.
It just seems really real. I like that about it.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
cool when we went into, because I recorded that with Tommy here.
Goat.
I know. It's like my number one guy, for real.
He gets mentioned on maybe every other podcast.
He has to be mentioned on
He has
like
to be
every
mentioned.
podcast.
He gets
I
an
don't-
honorable mention.
I feel like he's the person that like really helped me find my sound.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is really, really cool. But when we went in to record Success, it was raining outside.
Yeah.
And I'd already kind of thought, like, I think it'd be sick to have rain in
Yeah.
this song. And then
Yeah.
we went in, so just like put my phone outside and voice memoed that, and then had that
So
underneath
that's what it is
the
on the
whole
right?
song.
Okay,
Yeah, just,
I
like,
thought it was
rain
tape
outside.
on. Wow, I didn't even notice. Maybe I'm not too all there. Well,
It
I
like
guess it was-
exists in the same kind of thing, because it was like
same kinda
really light.
Yeah, very cool. That's good to know. See, learn something new every day. I love it. Love it. That's awesome. Yeah, I like little stuff like that. I like ambient noises and like people hitting their mics and shit. Like
Yeah.
like not in a bad way, but you know what I mean. Like when people stand up and walk away at the end of a song, you can hear them close the door. Stuff like that's cool.
I love when people are like talking at the end of a song, and they
Yeah.
might like put it at the beginning, like, hey, do you think that sounded all right? And
Yeah,
then it's like
yeah.
put into the recording.
Yes,
I think
yes.
that's so sick.
That stuff's so cool. Little transitions like that are fun. Very
Yeah.
tasteful, and it makes it like instantly recognizable. So yeah, tell me more about Success. That would be the last single, right?
Yeah, that was the most
Yeah.
recent single.
Love it. I love the cover art. Looks great.
Yeah, I'm just so pumped about the whole thing. So the EP is called This One Is About You.
Awesome.
So every song is like a really true story.
Yeah, awesome.
And I think Success is the one on the EP that's like for me. So every other song is like about someone specific, but this one is the one that's actually for me.
Gotcha.
So I guess 2019, I was at a house show when those were
Glory days,
alive.
glory
The glory
days.
days. Yeah, I was at a house show in Atlanta singing Jordy Cersei
Okay, cool.
from
At a
Nashville.
house show? Really?
Yeah, it was just so fucking good. Oh my god. But he played a song called Jealousy, which he ended up putting on his last record as like a live version, which I'm really happy about. But in the first verse, he talks about being really jealous of all of his friends because they're selling 300 tickets in Cleveland and he's singing in a living room.
Gotcha,
And he's
yeah.
like, I think I fucking hate them or whatever. And everyone laughs. And like the whole song is, yeah, like being jealous
Yeah.
of people
Love it.
when you just want what they have
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing. I don't know. Yeah, it was like really lighthearted in the moment, but I feel like I just thought about it a lot over the next few weeks and then kind of wrote my version of it or like a response to it. I don't know. I think there are so many things that I'm doing now that were like my number one goals like
In the past.
months and years ago.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I don't like sit in my success enough. I'm always
Yes.
like looking at what the next move is
Definitely.
and like how I can grow more and like what happens after this. I think that works with like literally any profession or
love
any person.
I
So,
definitely agree with that because, like, you know, there's a time for both of us, I'm sure, where it's like, man, what'd I do just to release a song, man? And now we
right?
put it out on Friday and we're just like hanging out, you know what I mean? Like, just like sharing the videos
Oh
and
my
shit. It's like,
gosh, yeah,
damn,
just
it's not even
super
crazy.
casually
Yeah, so casual
putting
now.
it out.
Yeah.
No, totally. And like playing Caledonia Lounge, I mean, playing at 40 Watt, like playing with the band.
Yeah.
Like there were so many huge things that like I did appreciate in the moment, but I don't think I appreciated enough or for as long as I could have.
Yeah, could have really soaked it in maybe.
Yeah.
That's a good concept. That's cool. I mean, I definitely got the whole vibe from the song, and maybe it's verse 2 where you say, maybe it's verse 1 where you say, like, people are listening to your song when it first comes out and they stop and you're like, that was a shitty feeling. I was like, yeah, I know how that feels.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Spotify monthly listener starts taking the downturn after the first single and you're like, shit, so I'm about to follow this up with something.
Yeah, second verse,
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like, all my friends
Is
are
it second?
streaming my song.
Yeah,
I'm like, this
yeah.
is so sick. And then like a month later, no one's streaming and I feel like shit. Like,
Nah, shit, you know what I'm saying.
yeah, and like in the first verse, I talk about like seeing my name up in lights and then singing for 5 people, and 3 of those people were the band playing after me.
Yeah, you know.
And when I went in to record that, Elijah Johnston was like hanging out just while we were recording it. And he was like, Aspen, I think I was that band. Like, I think
Really?
I was the second band and we played for 2 people and I was the 3-person band that played after you. He was like, this resonates so hard.
This hits
I
home.
was like, that sounds about right.
Love it. That's
Yeah.
funny. Oh, is somebody singing background on this? It sounds like a guy's voice. Is that right?
Yeah, it's Elijah.
Is it Elijah?
So
No
it
shit.
wasn't the game plan. It was just like a really beautiful experience recording it. Like we did, the acoustic and the vocal are just a one take at the same
Okay.
time, which is not my
That's
style.
awesome. No
I like
click? Nothing?
no click. I
Wow.
love to do vocal takes like a million times, and Tommy
Yeah.
was like, "Let's just try it."
Jeez.
So first take,
The whole song?
yeah,
No
first
overdubs.
take, no.
Wow.
We're just, vocal.
I'd be in here cutting
guitar.
that shit over and over, stupid many times. That's
No,
impressive.
I know every other song too, but yeah, I did that take, and then Tommy was like, "Hey, listen, Elijah's in here just like humming a harmony part. I think you should listen to it because it's kind of sick." So we like went back into the other room. He sang it. I was like, "Done, sing it."
Lock.
So he comes in on that second chorus. It just sounds so cool.
It really does. It really does.
And then Tommy sings a little bit on that third chorus.
Okay, I kind of thought it was. To me, it sounded like I'm sure you know him, Jacob Mallow. Do you know him? I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
no,
I kind
totally.
of thought it was Jacob. I
Yeah,
didn't guess Jacob. But that's
Elijah
funny.
just sings like so aggressively and like he has such a unique voice, and I was kind of like, okay, like I sing very softly.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're gonna have to bring it down a little bit just so it would like match like style and
Yeah.
tone wise. But yeah, he totally crushed it.
He did.
And just like wrote the whole harmony part.
It's very tasteful. It's very I don't know what it is, like a third or fifth or something. It's somewhere in there.
Oh, it's so
so
nice.
tasty. Love it. I'm glad you. I'm glad you know. I'm glad I remembered to ask because I was gonna ask you. I was like, who is that? But
Yeah.
I like that. That song just sounds great. And then what else is on there? Really not much, right? It's pretty stripped back.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, like a little bit of bass.
Mm-hmm.
We do like layered vocal parts in the bridge.
Mhm.
Yeah, we tried to keep it
Real
pretty
simple.
stripped.
Yeah, I've been pretty interested in stuff like that because they say like the more stuff that's in it, like the more your mind can only listen to so many things at once.
Mm.
And, like it gets buried, and I'm like one of those guys that don't have like fucking 50 tracks for no reason and like little noises and shit. Like, so I'm trying to get away from it. Cause like you listen to all those old records, like 7, and there's like only 3 or 4 things going on,
Right.
and it's mainly like something cool in the vocal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, maybe I don't need 17 guitar tracks. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it sounds sick.
That's true. Good point. Sometimes it's right. I'm in a limbo here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's interesting. That's cool. It sounds so good too. Who mixed it? I guess Tommy mixed it.
Yeah, Tommy
Yeah?
mixed and mastered it.
Didn't you used to work with Jeffrey a lot?
Yeah, well,
Yeah?
we did travel therapy together.
Okay, so that
And
was when you guys did.
It was cool. I played it a good bit, like
Mm-hmm.
towards the beginning of college, and I played it at Andrew Huang's house
Okay, yeah.
for like a house show.
Yeah.
Remember Jeffrey? I had met him maybe like a couple times
Mm-hmm.
before that, but he was sitting in the back of the room, and afterwards he was like, travel therapy, man. Like, I wanna make that with you.
Yeah. I feel like he's told me this story maybe. That he
That's
he
cute.
heard you sing it. Maybe he was on the podcast. It might have been Jeff. Let me know. Jeff watches these, I think. Shout out Jeff. Jeff's a great producer. I think he told me this that like he was like, I heard that when I was like, yep, I'm producing her. Yep, I'm producing her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
we
that's
just
how it
sat down.
happened,
He was
right?
like, I know the players. Like, just
Yeah.
come to my house and we'll figure it out. And that's
Love
how
it.
I met Kelly and Sam and
Yeah.
Salvagi. Like,
See, stuff like that, little meetings, you know.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
You just got to be out there, like doing it, and you'll meet people. It's crazy, isn't it?
yeah.
Those are key players. Those big players in town. Andrew's a big player in town. Andrew's
God.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
He's not in town anymore, but still.
Atlanta now,
Yeah.
but
You're Atlanta. Aren't you from Atlanta?
yeah,
True or
kind of.
false?
I'm
Yeah.
like 45 minutes north of Atlanta,
5 minutes north. So like Covington?
like Canton.
Canton? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you, at school brought you down here.
Yeah.
and Success. So tell me more about this EP then, since we're up to date. We've got all the way through the origin story. I'm sure we missed some spots, but
right. Well, we
do so
did
much.
like Travel Therapy came out in August of 2019.
Okay.
And then did the 40 Watt show. Oh, there was like a one-off single in 2018 called Stay a Little While.
Stay a Little While?
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about it. It was like a fun one to do. It was with, like my original producer that I did the EP, the first EP with. But yeah, so my original game plan was to do 2 songs. February 2020, the production, the MBUS production class, they record a band.
Okay.
So I was chosen as the band to be recorded, and I was like, free studio time.
Let's go.
I'm like so hype. So I went in and recorded my song Gold.
Yeah, okay. I love this one. Yeah, this is a cool one. Okay.
So we took, my game plan was to do Gold. I was going to just take it back to Tommy's, and we were going to flesh it out. I was going to do Success, and there was going to be like an A-side and a B-side single release. Like I thought I wrote them at the same time. I thought they were paired nicely together. Yeah. And then when the world shut down, I was like, this was cheaper than I was expecting. Like I feel financially stable. And why don't we just record some more songs and make an EP out of it?
Love it.
So went over the summer and just like knocked out a bunch of the recording.
Yeah. Let's go. How many songs is it? What are we looking at?
Yeah, so it'll be like the 5 new songs. I think as of today, I do think I'm going to put Travel Therapy on it.
Because it was just single and it doesn't have a record?
Exactly.
I like that. I think you always should if you can. If it
yeah,
makes sense,
I think so too. I don't think anyone will be mad that it's
yeah.
there.
Yeah. We probably overthink these things too hard. I don't know if you do, but
know.
sometimes I'm like, man, I can't release that single after I did this or that. I'm like, dude, nobody fucking cares.
No one cares.
Like, literally, nobody's going to know or care.
In December, I wrote this like really sad Christmas song.
Yeah.
Like in 30 minutes. I sent it to Tommy in a voice memo, and I was like, I want to record this tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. Went the next day, recorded it all in one day, released it like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Just a sad girl Christmas
sent
song.
it.
And I was like, I didn't want to think about it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like write it really quickly.
Boom.
And yeah, that was so fun.
And what's the name of that one? Is that the one with the white cover?
Winter, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Winter for
Yeah.
people in love. I had
Love
just
it.
gone through like a breakup and
Yeah.
was feeling all sorts
good.
of sad.
That's good fuel. Good fuel for the
Good
songwriter
fuel.
flame.
Yeah, totally.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, not many people are doing stuff like that, so I respect that. The whole just putting shit out, man. Like we get too hung up. I'm sure I can't really speak for you, I guess, but me, like get too hung up on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just put it out. You know what I mean? Like,
and I
get
think
it right,
like,
put it out.
planning and branding, it's so important, and I love thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like I feel really inspired and like professional when I think about it, but at the same time, if it's holding you back from creating content or putting things out, then like it's
Just
holding
don't.
you back.
Yes, exactly. That's a good way to put it. It's great. You're making a bunch of videos on YouTube and TikTok. True or false?
Yeah,
I like TikTok. I think TikTok's cool.
I fucking love TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok's fun, man.
It's not skyrocketing my career. Like maybe they get like 150 to 200 views. But
it's
like,
tough out there, man.
It's tough out there.
You gotta like that gives you more respect for it. Like the people really killing on it, they have great like hooks in their videos and shit, and like comedic moments and shit.
I think
I
it's
really
fun.
respect that.
I think it's a challenge.
Yeah. How about
for
YouTube?
sure.
Are you on there a lot? I've seen a few. I think.
Yeah. I had
Yeah?
a good moment where I was posting a video a week.
Wow, that's a lot. That's really good.
Yeah,
Dude,
a
that's
lot.
another thing. People underestimate how hard it is to get these videos out.
They really do.
Like when you first start, it's like, oh shit, man, a video a day. These guys are putting out a video a day. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever, I can sit down and record a
do it.
video.
Yeah, but fuck, videos take time. You know what I'm
Videos take
saying?
so much time.
Editing, all that shit. I get sick of it, but I love making videos. I mean, it's fun and all. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So you're doing a video a week. What kind of stuff?
I was doing it.
I feel like you were doing all kind of stuff, weren't you? It was like songs and tips and tricks and like stuff like that
it was
kind
like
of.
some cover videos. I did a video on manifestation.
Very cool.
Basically, what happened is that I put out a song off of the new Taylor Swift album. Of course. Oh, Cowboy Like Me.
Yeah.
And then that one hit like 5,000 views, which
go.
is huge.
That's a
for
lot,
me.
yeah.
And
That's
I
a
saw
lot.
the big number, and then I was like, I just fell off. I was like, I did it.
That was
And
it.
just like didn't post a video for a month. I did post one last week, so I'm gonna try to get back on.
Get a
the
little
horse.
engaged. Everybody go check this thing out. What's your name on Instagram or YouTube?
Yeah, it's all Aspen Anonda.
Aspen Anonda. Go give her a subscribe and everything. We're gonna need it. We need that support, right?
Yeah, we do need that support.
People be watching this shit and not subscribing though sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I looking like my homeboy hadn't subscribed, but he's seen my video. Like I see
Right.
him watch or something like.
You're like, hey.
I'm like, bro, hey,
Hey, hit
that shit up, bro. I know you're on. I know you have an account. It forces you to have an account. Hit me up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like stuff like that. I like YouTube. YouTube's
too.
fun. Yeah, it's a really fun platform. Unfortunately, it doesn't get the engagement that TikTok does at this moment. But at the same time, I like talking about TikTok because like there's a lot of people really killing it on there.
Yeah,
I respect
totally.
that. Hotel Fiction's killing it on there. Do you see
They
their
are
stuff?
totally killing it.
I was in their comments, dude. There's like comments for days. Like, I finally made it to Athens Talk. I was like, what? It's like, this is a thing? I commented.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was like, what's up, you guys?
What's up, Athens?
I know these people. Yeah. They're cool, yeah.
Yeah. They're
Very
like,
cool.
they're a really good band for it,
Yeah.
I think. They're just so like artsy and cool.
Definitely.
And
Very
like,
cool. They have their
I
own
don't know.
vibe.
Yeah.
You do too, though. You got your own
Thanks.
thing going on. You guys need to get on a bill together.
Oh
Well,
my
you guys have
gosh.
played together,
Yeah,
right?
we have
Okay.
played together, but I definitely
I
want
hate I
to
didn't make
again.
that one. Yeah. They're playing somewhere.
They're playing a couple places.
Yeah. Have you got anything on the bookings right now? Like, or anything on the calendar, I mean? Excuse me?
Yeah, here, I'm gonna bring us back to the EP.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
do
sorry,
that whole.
yeah.
And then I have an EP release show. I'll talk about that
Yes,
too
let's
a
do
little
it.
bit. So yeah, the EP is gonna be 6 songs,
Mm-hmm.
travel therapy.
Is there a name for it yet, or is it a secret?
Yeah, so this one is about you.
Okay, yeah, sorry. We
was
already been
cool.
over this, sorry. I gotta write this
The
down.
first single came out in January, so that was Gold. Second single was Success.
Okay.
I have Closure coming out on the 12th, which will like when we're recording this
Yeah.
Friday.
Sweet.
And then the last 2 songs are called More Than She Wants You and Emotional.
Awesome. So sweet. So you're singled most of it out, which is a cool way to do it.
Yeah,
so
like
singled
3
half of it, right?
Yeah, 3
think that's
songs.
great, yeah.
Have like 2 songs as a surprise for when the EP
Love it.
comes out.
I think that's a great way to do it because like if you put something that's like a single, like it's a single and you put it on the record and then it doesn't get love because like it's on the record, how
Yeah.
records do nowadays or whatever. It's like, damn, that could have been a single, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, and I thought about doing all of them as singles.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately I think it's cool to like love a bunch of singles that are coming out and then go to the EP to like find
Yeah.
the songs that weren't released.
definitely. It's like a place and time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
but
that
that'll be April at some point.
And then you see somebody listen to the ones that weren't singles, you're like, yes.
I know,
You what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
like,
I'm
let's
like, we're
go.
getting streams.
Speaking of non-singles, I wrote this one down too. This is the only other one I wrote down. I like
Okay.
spoiled wine.
Thank you.
See, this is on the first one, right?
Yeah.
You're just
that one was-
trashing it earlier, and I'm
really
liking 3 of them. I'm
was.
liking 4 of those maybe. Definitely, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
Dude, thank you. Yeah,
No,
the
that's
production
awesome.
on that one was really cool.
it was cool. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very cool. I like it. Very good vibe. Good little story. I enjoyed it.
Thanks.
So yeah, tell me about what do we need to know about these songs coming out on the EP? What should we expect?
Oh my gosh.
A little bit of this, a little of that, same, different.
The songs on the EP? Yeah, I mean, similar to what has come out. So when Closure is out, that one's definitely the most pop. Like, it's my favorite one on the EP. I just
Let's
think
go.
it's like really kick ass.
Yeah.
I'm excited, with naming an EP, this one is about you.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what man's come out of the woodworks thinking that these songs are about them, and then if the ones that they are about reach
recognize
out.
it.
Yeah,
I
because
should be curious.
I mean, these songs aren't new songs.
Yeah,
Like
had 'em.
I've written them over the past few years, so
Gotcha.
they're about people that aren't necessarily in my life anymore, and like in different ways. And it's like partially vulnerable, partially kind of like a little rude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For a
let's
couple
go.
of them.
Let's go.
Like, I
Getting a
just
little
think it's so
angry.
funny.
Yeah, getting a little wild on
I
there.
just I thought it'd be cool to put a collection of music that like they're all true. 'Cause I think
Okay.
sometimes I write a lot of songs that are just make
Yeah.
believe.
Just like stuff.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just songs, and like
okay.
other people might resonate with them, but they're not true.
Yeah.
And like really factual to me.
Are you a big fan of like telling people exactly what your song's about or not telling people?
I think it depends on the song.
Depends on the song. Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes when they're not coming from like my experiences, I have a harder time telling people what they're about.
That makes sense.
Because
That's
like
fair.
they're just kind of up for interpretation,
Yeah,
and these ones are too. They're up for interpretation, but they have more of a literal meaning for me.
Yeah,
so it's
okay. Like they kind of
easier to
explain
talk about.
themselves in a way.
Yeah.
Right? And like if you really listen, you could probably figure it out in a way, kind of. Which is
Right.
nice. That's very cool. Not many people that
I'm a
out
pretty literal writer.
That's cool. I respect that. Love that. That's awesome.
We'll see if it hurts me in the end. But yeah, I'm excited for the EP to be out.
Mm-hmm.
I've just loved the songs for so long, and I literally just forget that other people haven't heard them. Like putting
just
out
been
Gold, I was like, people don't know this song. But like all my friends do, and like I've been playing it for so long that like I feel like everyone should know it.
Yeah.
So it's just it's nice to have him out. The game plan right now is to do an EP release show at Eddie's Attic.
Cool.
On
Okay.
April 26th.
Are they opened? I didn't know they were open.
Yeah, so
kind
they're doing selective shows with
Yeah.
like reduced capacity.
Okay, that's cool.
Is that the
I
word?
respect that.
Capacity?
Yeah,
Where did
capacity would be right. I think
Yeah,
so.
where did that
I think
sound
so.
wrong?
Get the dictionary out. No, it sounds right. Sounds good to me. Eddie's Attic is cool, man.
Oh my god.
I've never played there, but it's very cool.
I love Eddie's Attic,
Yeah.
and like I started doing their open mic when I was like 13. I've opened up for maybe 2 people there. I got second in one of their like big shootouts
Nice.
kind of recently, I guess.
Yeah.
But I've never headlined a show there, so
Okay.
it's kind of been a place where I've grown up for
Yeah.
sure on
It's a
stage.
home
and
venue kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm so
Those
comfortable
are the
there.
fun ones, yeah.
So it was a dream.
I was thinking about John Mayer when I think about Eddie's Attic.
Oh my gosh, of course.
Of course, yeah. It's just like hometown. And Georgia Theater a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's cool. Well, I'm sure you'll be headliner eventually. You just keep putting your work in. I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Would you have any shows that you like to promote? I wish we could keep going, but we're about to run out of freaking storage on this SD card. We're having an SD card shortage, by the way. Sorry about that, people, but we're going to have to keep it under an hour today, which means we have 3 more minutes.
Oh
but
my
I'm excited. We
gosh.
can use them all. Let's use all 3.
Yeah,
We might
let's
as
use
well.
all 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Definitely. So the EP release show, the 26th at Eddie's Attic
26th.
is the big one. It's a Monday, which I know is trickier, but it's also the full moon, and I'm kind
Yeah.
of treating it as, I mean, it's the big release show. It's also, like graduation's coming up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to treat it as like an overall celebration of like the end of this chapter of my life.
Love it. That's
So,
very cool.
Yeah, I think
respect
Sam's
that.
going to play drums, Kelly,
Nice. Oh, you're doing the
Tommy,
full band.
Sohaji. Yeah,
Okay.
full band show. It's
I'm
just
gonna
going
have
to
to
be
come out there.
an evening with Aspen Anonda.
Love it. You have anybody opening? Or
No, I'm just
you're
going to
just
do
sending the whole thing?
Yeah, just come and like,
Nice.
maybe like just an early evening.
Yeah?
Like 7 p.m. or something. Don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure. But yeah,
Love it.
just like play for an hour, hang out, and
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's very cool. I think it's cool, like, to have everybody there when it comes out. You know what I mean? I assume it comes out that weekend, or
I think I'm going to do it whatever of course I'm not prepped for this, like
Yeah.
whatever the new moon is, like the 12th or something of April. I think I'm going to drop the EP, give people like
a little
2
something.
weeks
Yeah, to
be
digest
like
it.
really
Yeah.
listening to it so they can
I love that. That's smart because, like, you put something out the day of, and then you go play a show. They're still not going to know it. You know what I mean?
I want people to know the words
yeah,
relatively.
I respect that. That's very smart.
Yeah, I think I'll play some songs from the OG
Let's go.
first EP.
Let's go. The masterpiece. Let's get it. Yes.
Pull
I wanna
those
see
out.
it. I want to see it. I'm going to definitely have to come out there, especially if Mr. Sam's going to be on the drums.
Yeah, please. It's a sweetheart.
Yes, he is. So is there a pre-save link yet? Is that in the cards? Are you going to do it?
Yeah, there will definitely be a
Yeah.
pre-save. I'm trying to do pre-saves. Right now I have the one for Closure.
Mm-hmm.
So when that single is out, then I'll put up a pre-save for the EP.
Closure's out on Friday, correct?
Yeah, the 12th.
By the time you hear it, well, the 12th. What's today? Let's see right quick. Sorry. The 8th. Unfortunately, this episode won't be out yet.
Yeah, that's okay.
But if you guys are watching this, go listen
Right.
to Closure.
The Closure's
It'll already be
out
for you. You
now.
won't even have to pre-save it. It's already
Right.
out. Go check it out. Maybe I'll tag it at the end of this video. I'll put it in the bio at least. You know what I'm
Sick.
saying? So yeah, I think this went really well. Thank you so much for coming on.
Dude, it was so fun.
You think we knocked everything out?
Yeah.
We're
We
gonna-
could
you're
have
gonna-
talked for like 4 hours.
We easily could have kept going. The fucking
but
SD
this was
card's
a
killing
good
us.
summary.
I think so. Yes, you're gonna have to come back sometime now.
Yeah.
Right? We'll do number 2 when next time you have a single or something.
Cool.
Which is in 2 weeks, I'm sure. But we'll be back. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching the Jameson on the Rocks podcast. Let's give him a little thumbs up. Give him a little action. Come on now. This is gonna be the thumbnail. YouTube, you know how it is. Love it. All right, everybody. Thank you all for listening today at Aspen. She was wonderful. It was awesome. Great time. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube. All that good stuff. Follow Aspen on Instagram. What's your name on Instagram? Hit 'em
Yeah,
with it.
Aspen Anonda.
Give 'em a
Everything will
follow.
be
Yes.
Aspen Anonda.
On YouTube as well. Everything. Check us all out. Appreciate you watching.
Cool.
That's a wrap. Bye.